An estimated 17% of adults in New Jersey have difficulty completing a job application. We learn how Literacy New Jersey is helping to make a difference, including offering ESL classes. And we meet with a charter school that is offering an alternative to public school. It's all here on the next Latino Motion. Join us.
Choose quality, value, distinction. Choose Stockton.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation, and Stockton University. This edition of Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is brought to you by the HD Studios at the campus of Stockton University. Funding for Latino Motion is provided by Atlanticare, healthcare you can believe in. Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world. And South Jersey Gas. Welcome to Latino Motion, a weekly interview show highlighting issues impacting New Jersey's Latino community while advancing understanding of Latino cultural heritage and contributions to our society. And here is your host, Bert Lopez.
Buenos dias and welcome to Latino Motion. Improved literacy means improved opportunities and makes a major impact in quality of life. Literacy New Jersey is providing meaningful assistance to those with limited ability to read, speak, or write English. Joining me to discuss the great work of this organization is Matt Ford with Literacy New Jersey. Matt, welcome to Latino Motion.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Matt, Literacy New Jersey used to be Literacy Volunteers some time ago. Tell me a little bit about the structure right now.
Correct. So up until 2014, each county was known as Literacy Volunteers, and each county was sort of autonomous. They had their own version of their program. And in 2014, they proposed a merger, so now 8 counties are part of Literacy New Jersey, while the other counties remain Literacy Volunteers. We're all still affiliated with each other.
All right, let's talk about the role of Literacy Volunteers. So how do you operate in terms of who can apply to be part of the program, and who are you looking to apply to be part of the program?
So the program is open to anybody that wants to be a part of it, student or tutor. Literacy New Jersey provides free one-on-one tutoring, small group tutoring, or large group classes for ESL students, literacy students looking to get their GED, anybody who needs help bettering their reading, writing, or speaking skills to sort of achieve their goals in life.
Yeah, some of the data suggests that about 70% of adults in New Jersey have difficulty completing a job application.
Correct. It's nearly 1 in 5 New Jersey adults have trouble with reading and writing at a functional level. So we're here to sort of battle that. And we're here to fight the stigma as well, to let people know that it's okay to step forward and get help if you need help with reading and writing or speaking. It's okay.
Getting over that stigma is pretty major.
Correct. It is.
Now, let's talk about some of the how the program actually works. So say I identify myself that I need help. What do I do?
So you can contact our office. I'm the program director for Gloucester County. Our central office is located in Westville. Students come in, they don't need to bring any paperwork with them, and they complete an informal assessment. We gauge their level, and we ask 3 things: their location, availability, and preference. And then we match them with a tutor based on those 3 things.
Let's talk about a big, important segment, Latino community. And I understand that you also provide ESL, so it's learning English, whether you fully functional in terms of being able to speak English, but even if you have a limited ability to speak English, you could still get tutored, you could still get ESL, learning the language.
Absolutely. So all of our services, again, are completely free, and there's no level requirement. So we take students who have no English learning abilities at all the way up to advanced ESL students. There's a level for everybody. And again, you can work one-on-one with a tutor in a small group with a couple of your friends or your family members, and then large group classes. We have beginner ESL, intermediate ESL, and conversation groups as well.
So if I want to get a few of my friends together that are in the same boat, so to speak, in terms of being able to speak English, you could come to find someone that could come to a convenient location.
Correct.
Right?
A lot of people feel more comfortable if they're with, a friend or 2 or a family member or 2. So you can work under one tutor, 2 or 3 people. It's small group tutoring. And again, our students and tutors meet in any public place, a library, a rec center, a church, and it's all based around their schedule and availability.
So you mentioned the fact that it's free.
Correct.
Big plus.
Everything is free.
Right.
Yeah.
And for those that may be here, perhaps undocumented, there's no need to bring any information in terms of your identification, nothing like that?
Correct. So when the students come in for intake, they don't need to bring anything with them. They don't need a driver. They don't need to bring their driver's license or ID or anything. And then they just sign up, they fill out the intake form, and we get started.
Matt, tell me a little bit about the folks that are participating as learners in some of your programs currently.
We have such a wide range of students. We have such a wide range of ESL students from all over the world, not just Latin America. We have students from Asia, Africa, Europe, almost every continent. And it's just so multicultural and diverse. It's just such an honor to be a part of it and to learn more about different cultures and different ways of life. I'm learning things every day.
You mentioned the fact that you could get a tutor.
Correct.
Right? You could arrange to get a tutor. But you also have designated classes, if you will, programs.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about some of those.
So we alternate classes. They're usually 8 to 10 week cycles in different locations. We have beginner ESL, intermediate ESL, advanced conversation groups, and then we do other things as well, such as digital literacy, financial literacy, basically anything that our students bring up the need for, we'll find a way to make it a class.
Okay, where are those classes currently held?
They're in different locations in Gloucester County. Most of them are in Glassboro and Woodbury. They tend to be our central hubs, but we work with where the population is and what the student need is to figure out our class schedules.
I know we had someone from Robin's Nest recently come here. They run the Family Success Center in Glassboro, and I understand that's where one of the programs is housed.
Correct. The Family Success Centers have been wonderful, wonderful allies to Literacy New Jersey. Currently, we have conversation groups in Woodbury Family Success Center, and in the Glassboro Mosaic Family Success Center, we have our beginner and intermediate ESL class.
So if someone's looking for some of those structured classes, more group structured classes where you go to a certain place at a certain time, you could get that on the website?
Correct, absolutely. And you can call our office. We'll be more than happy to lead you in the right direction.
Well, which is very important, obviously. Let's talk about some of the volunteers and what kind of volunteers do you look for?
So a lot of people actually don't come forward and volunteer because they feel they've never had teaching experience or they don't think they'd be good. There's no experience required to be a volunteer tutor with us. We provide all of the tools that they need, and we help our tutors create individualized lesson plans that help students target their specific goals.
So we want to actually delve a little deeper into the volunteers because we want to recruit more volunteers, particularly more bilingual volunteers.
Correct.
So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Latino Motion.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation. Join us online at www.latinomotion.tv. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We encourage your comments and contributions for show topics.
Welcome back to Latino Motion. We continue our discussion with Matt Ford with Literacy New Jersey. Matt, we were talking about all the great programs and just the fact that it's free for anyone that wants to learn English and that wants to be proficient in either reading and writing. Again, just reiterating that 17% of New Jerseyans have a problem filling out a job application. So their need is there. Do you have a waiting list of people who are looking to get served or looking for a tutor?
We do. So as I mentioned, 8 counties and nearly every county does have a waiting list of students that really want to be matched with a tutor, but we just don't have enough volunteers to sort of accommodate the demand for the students.
So we want to put a call out there for tutors. We need tutors. So what do you need to be a tutor? Who qualifies to be a tutor?
So anybody 18 and above can become a tutor. You don't need to have teaching experience. You do not need to be a professional certified teacher. Just 18 above and have a good heart and a passion for serving people and helping the community.
So give me a typical type of tutors you have. You have retirees. What kind of tutors?
We get a lot of retirees, retired school teachers. We get a lot of young college students who are looking to boost their resume and get sort of experience in the teaching field if that's their field of career choice. Right. And then all across the board, all age ranges, all demographics. There's really no one type of tutor that we have in the program. So
let's talk a little bit about the training. So you don't need to be a teacher, and you do provide training. Walk me through a little bit of the training that you provide.
Correct. So upon arrival, each tutor goes through 15 hours of training in a classroom setting. And on those 15 hours, you leave with the ability to create lesson plans that target your students' individual goals, whether it be finding a job, getting their driver's license, citizenship. You're trained to teach literacy in a way that achieves their goals along the way. And so you leave the 15 hours with that ability and a copy of our Lit Start book and a binder with all the materials you need to get started.
Let's talk about that 15 hours. Is that 15-hour independent study, a classroom setting, and how do you break those hours?
So in Gloucester County, we do classroom setting tutor training, and it's 3 hours once a week for 5 weeks, and then the end of which you receive your tutor training certificate and your materials. Some of the counties are sort of moving towards an independent online hybrid. In Burlington County, they've piloted an online training program, but in Gloucester, we do the traditional classroom setting.
So this training is available twice a year, correct?
Correct.
What time of the year?
We offer it in the spring and in the fall, so our tutor training in Gloucester County is getting ready to get started, so we have plenty of seats open if anybody would like to volunteer. The fall training usually takes place in the evening and the spring training during the day so that we can sort of accommodate everybody.
So we were talking about the new English learners, and you have quite a number in the program. So it would be beneficial to have bilingual tutors, correct?
Oh, absolutely, yes. If a tutor is bilingual, again, it's not necessary to join the program, but if a tutor is bilingual, we would certainly use that to our advantage to be able to reach a larger demographic of students. For example, a lot of our Rowan students from Rowan University are bilingual in Spanish. We've partnered with their Spanish department, and they've done amazing outreach into the Hispanic community. So anybody that's bilingual, we absolutely will use their skills.
So let's talk about some of the resources. Because, you go through the training, never taught before. What kind of ongoing resources do you provide?
Correct. So one thing that we don't want is for tutors to complete the 15 hours and then be completely on their own. No, we try to help them every step of the way. We have a full resource library in our Westville office, which is full of activities and manuals and textbooks for them to use. And then we try to offer professional development workshops along the way, sort of things that they can use in their training. And once a year, we have a Literacy for Life conference in North Jersey and Mercer County, and that's a day full of wonderful workshops and networking skills. So we never want anybody to feel like they're going to finish training and then be on their own.
Do you eventually graduate, so to speak, with the training, or is there this continued development along the way?
So in Gloucester County, we're piloting something new. When tutors complete the first 15 hours of training, they're certified as a tutor. And then after 100 hours of tutoring and 3 professional development workshops, they can then be recertified as an advanced tutor and then all the way up to a master tutor, sort of just to encourage our tutors to continue their skills and continue their professional development to provide the best services we can.
So again, you have openings for your fall class, and to sign up, what do you need to do?
Absolutely. So we have our spring tutor training is getting ready to get started. So we have openings in there and then the fall as well. And you can call our Westville office, or you can find us on literacynj.org or our Facebook page, Literacy New Jersey, Gloucester County. Any way you can get in contact with us, we're here.
You're not uncomfortable. You're not in someone's home.
Correct.
You're in a public place and where it's a safe environment.
Yep. Anywhere that you and your tutor feel comfortable meeting in a public setting, you're free to meet. A church, rec center, library, cafeteria. We have some pairs go to coffee shops and have lunch while they're working together. So it's very family oriented and very personal.
Matt, thank you so much for sharing this
Thank you very
information
much.
with our audience. And please stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Latino Motion.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation. Join us online at www.latinomotion.tv. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We encourage your comments and contributions for show topics.
Welcome back to Latino Motion. Striving to provide a good alternative to public schools is the Atlantic Community Charter School. Joining me is Ebony Mays Doris. She is here to discuss how this school is making a difference for kids. Ebony, welcome to Latino Motion.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your charter school. How is a charter school, your charter school, different from public school?
Well, what makes the Atlantic Community Charter School different is we have smaller class sizes. There are 2 teachers in each classroom certified, well, an aide and a teacher in the classroom. The aides are certified. We have a lot of technology going on in the school, too, to help the kids be able to grow with the technology world. We have a STEM program, well, actually a STEAM, is science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. to help the students be able to progress a little bit more and faster. We also have a technology class, an art class. We focus a lot on literacy to ensure that the students can read and write. And
Let's talk a little bit where the school's located. It's in Atlantic County. Where in Atlantic County?
112 South New York Road in Galloway.
So this school is open. It's a charter school, so it's open to anyone or just some residents of Atlantic County?
Just residents of Atlantic County.
All right.
And it's a free program as well.
So what are the requirements to be part of the school, besides the county residency in the county?
The parents will just have to fill out an application, and if we receive one application over what we are chartered for, then all the students go into a lottery. Once the students are into the lottery, we have a date where we'll open the lottery up, and the students will be placed either in the school, be accepted into the school, or go onto the waiting list.
So tell me a little bit about how many children you currently have and what are the plans to expand?
Okay, currently we have 289 students. Our plan is to expand. We are kindergarten through 6th grade this year. In September, we'll be expanding to 7th grade. And then the 2018-19 school year, we will be expanding to 8th grade.
Obviously, there's been some controversy, particularly within the minority community, public school versus charter schools. This one's open to anyone, and you do have a diverse population in your school.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about, I know that there's a conflict when you're trying to get information from the public schools to enroll the student. Some of those issues going away yet?
Yes, they have. My first year was very difficult trying to get some information from the different districts, but over the last 2 years, I was able to build a good rapport with them. So now it's like a give and take. They help me out a lot. They just give me the information I ask for, and then if they don't have it, they direct me to the person that I would have to speak with to get the information.
So are you finding that more people are accepting of charter schools? I know that there's been some interpretation in terms of putting a child in a charter school. Now that this charter school particularly has gotten a few years in the belt, are you finding that it's more easy to get folks to enroll for the charter school?
Yes, because a lot of parents are fed up with the district schools, and we offer a lot of different things at our school. We have transportation, get the students to and from school. We offer free lunch for those that are denied free lunch. They may have to pay reduced or full price. We also have a lot of incentives for the students, which makes them want to do better. We have this reading program where the students end up competing with each other to see who could get the most reading quarters. And they get prizes at the end of each quarter, and well, not each quarter, but each segment, as I should say, of their reading log. And it is very competitive for the students, which is good because now we find students wanting to read more.
Which is great.
Yes.
More involvement. How about in terms of parent involvement? You have a parent association. You get more parent involvement.
Yes, we do have a PTO, and we have had several events this year at the school where parents came out and supported the students. One of the events we had was, let's say for Halloween, just for say. Mm-hmm. On Halloween, we had a parade where the students dressed up and they walked through through the hallways, and the parents came out just to watch that parade. We also had an oratorical where Who Am I is with the children, where they wrote their own speeches and they talked about who they were. And there was the winner received the trophy. It was very nice, and a lot of parents came out to that. So a lot of the events, the parents do show up.
You talked about the class sizes. How important is that?
Well, the class sizes are very important because sometimes if the class is overcrowded, you can't reach the child. So with the class sizes being the way they are, with an additional person, certified aide in the classroom, it makes it easier. When students need additional help, there's always a second person in the classroom to help.
A little bit of more individual attention, so to speak,
yes.
Right? Let's talk about, you mentioned technology, very important, obviously, to have technology. Right. Tell me how technology is used in your charter school.
Well, kindergarten through 2nd grade use iPads, and every classroom has a smart board. 3rd through 6th grade are our testing grades. They have Chromebooks because most of the tests are done on a computer nowadays, and it also gives them the keyboarding skills that they would need. So that's the type of technology we have right now, and it seems to be a successful program.
So to enroll now, what do you need to do? Is that online? You go in person?
You could go online. You could call the school and ask for a recruiter to come to you to fill out the application, or you could actually come to the school and fill out the application. But we also have the application online at AtlanticCommunityCharter.com.
And we'll put that website and also the phone number so folks want to explore that. And you do give tours and are able to, come and talk to you, obviously, and get a little bit of a tour of the school as well, correct?
Yes, we do tours. We do our tours from 8:30 until 10:30. And then we stop the tours and we resume at 1:30 until 2:30. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays, I usually stay late, so I'll do late tours for parents that can't make it during normal
Always refer to the
hours.
website and make the phone call as well.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this information with our audience, and thank you for joining us once again here on Latino Motion.
Choose quality, value, distinction. Choose Stockton.
Funding for Latino Motion is provided by Atlanticare, healthcare you can believe in. Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world. And South Jersey Gas.